Welcome back. Time now is 6:21, and we have Seth in studio with us from Rising Sun Chiropractic in St. Peter to talk about something that many parents are thinking about this time of year, and that's those heavy backpacks their kids are going off to school with.
Yes.
And you have some tips to maybe ease that, no matter the age.
Yes, you know, I think we can all relate to having a day where we wear too heavy of a bag or a purse, and by the end of the day our shoulders are killing us, and we wish we would have thought differently. And so as we get back to school, there are 3 simple tips we want to employ to make our kids as comfortable as possible. I brought my son's bag here, and so I'm going to use this as both good and bad, and I will be as guilty as anyone else with the choices I've made so far. So when we look at a bag, we want to have nice thick straps so that we can distribute weight as much as possible, and bonus points to if we can get that chest strap there, because then it will further distribute the load. We want to also make sure that when we're wearing a bag that it is kind of brought up and in the center mass of the lower back and not hanging below our butt. And so a lot of the times, like my kid especially, he's first grader, so this bag is big on him, and if we are not strapping it up right, it's going to hang way down below his hips, which is either going to pull him way back or he's going to shift his weight way forward to try to accommodate. And it ends up being something where anytime we spend time in a prolonged position, it can irritate. And so with that, we want to get those straps up. And then finally, from a simple standpoint, is weight management. And so my kid's 55 pounds. If I grab 2 books that I just grabbed out of my office, I got 10 pounds worth of textbook here. And while he might not have the average, college textbook or high school textbook, quickly, 3rd, 5th grade and on, we're getting more and more weight. And so we want to try to keep that bag below or around 10% of the body weight. So it goes quick. My son, 55 pounds, this bag's too heavy. And so how do we know? What are we looking for as my kid's weight is too much? If they're having to posture accommodate, so they're changing positions, leaning to a side, or they're doing things that are clearly trying to manage the weight of the bag, we can do things like ask the teacher, do I have to bring all these books home every day? Can we start to get a digital copy of some of the textbooks? Or even in a worst case scenario with the heavier stuff, can we get a second copy that we can keep at home so we don't have to go back and forth every day?
And what advice do you have for people that maybe do get to a point where they start to feel that back pain?
We put together some videos on our Facebook page that we'll be putting up today that will be further tips and tricks, because there are stretches, there are things we can do to kind of ease the tension of the shoulders and the upper back, because that's usually where we're going to feel it first. I think anyone that can relate to a pack that straps or digs into the upper back, you're going to start feeling it.
And we should pay attention when they're young, like in 1st grade, because there are long-term consequences, I'm sure.
Yes, there are. As we get into more of a digital age and we're already spending more time looking down, the posture's wear and tear. Just like anyone at a bad desk, a bad ergonomic setup has consequence.
Okay, so Facebook they can find you on for these videos and
Rising
tips?
Sun Chiropractic on Facebook, and we'll have 3 more videos going up today, and there's always stuff going up that'll help with your health.
All right, Seth, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
And we'll have more when we come.